started watching Dahmer last night.
The Jeffrey Dahmer thing. A lot of people in the black community not particularly thrilled about it being a show, as it turns out. Not that that's surprising. That's not exactly a fucking happy-go-lucky fucking story on that bitch.
No. Yeah, no, it was last night. So last night I'm laying down in bed, and we got an AC machine in there because I like the white noise. Kayla and I just like the noise. I like the room being cold.
We run a fan, an old fan that only has one speed that still works. We run that. So
anyway, I turn when the AC is on, our TV in the bedroom, it doesn't we basically have to put it on 100. Like we pretty much have to just crank it full blast in order to fucking hear anything.
Well, it's a TV speaker.
TV speaker, right? So I lay down and I'm like, Kayla's like, I'm gonna go work out. I said, okay, cool. So she goes downstairs, she works out. I said, man, fuck this, man. I'm going to get some audio, right? Because like I only like going down in the theater room to watch a movie if we're watching a movie or it's a big show like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings. We'll go downstairs and we'll watch it, on a big screen in 4K and enjoy it. But some of the shows that we're watching, like it's not worthy of going downstairs and making a trip out of it. You don't need to, right? So I said, fuck this. I'm going to get some sound. So I go over to Best Buy and I pick up this JBL, it's like 9.1 Atmos soundbar with subwoofer. And it's actually quite cool because
with subwoofer, nothing says bedroom audio like a subwoofer.
Bro, this thing, I went a little too crazy.
Dude, it's JBL. JBL subwoofers are basically like window shattering.
Bro. So the soundbar is really cool. You can take off the sides, so you can have it just at the bar, or you can pop them off and they're wireless, like the ends, and then you can move them.
They become your rears. Yeah.
So I set it up so that the rears are behind the bed, and they get the soundbar subwoofer. Bro, I turn this shit on. I'm like, what have I done? I calibrate the thing, and it's like fucking movie theater in the bedroom. Fucking, thank God there's like different settings you can put on for like bass and all this other stuff.
Of course,
man. The shit's crazy. So anyway, I've been enjoying that.
Did you get the subwoofer under the bed?
No, it's not under the bed. It's in front of the bed. It's basically under the TV, but in almost like on the right to sort of an entertainment cabinet.
Yeah.
There's I could actually get it. I could get it under the bed if I laid it on its. I couldn't stand it up. The subwoofer's literally like fucking.
Is it side firing or is it bottom firing?
It come on underneath bottom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you wouldn't want to put it on its side. It wouldn't quite fucking work.
Exactly.
Right.
It wouldn't be right. So you're supposed to stand it up.
Yeah.
And there's just no other like real place I can put it, but it sounds great.
The nice thing about downward firing, which is what I've got in mind, is that you can put it right up against a wall and it's not nearly as much of a problem as if it's rear firing. Because if rear firing and you got the air coming out the sub directly into a wall, it just fucks everything up. And so like if you have a rear firing one, you got to like basically pull your sub fucking 4 feet out into the room. But a downward firing, a little bit better. But that's too fucking funny, dude. JBL Atmos bar with a subwoofer in the bedroom is fucking hilarious.
I went a little nutty,
a little overboard.
Not gonna lie, I just said, you know what, man, I'm just gonna impulse buy this thing, and I'm happy I did. Like, I wish I would have done it a while ago, but
well, you're not gonna have a problem hearing it now.
No. So. That's what I did last night, and we watched the first episode of Dahmer, and it was good. It was like it's creepy as fuck, and it's like it's odd, but sure.
Who knew? It's just it's another true crime has been a huge thing for Netflix, massive, and YouTube, massive on YouTube. Like a lot of content creators doing true crime for a long time, in different social media platforms, but YouTube for sure. Very much popular. But I did see a whole bunch of dissension in the ranks on Twitter about whether or not the show was okay to do or not. in the midst of everything. How did you feel? I mean, you're an actual member of the community. I can't get any whiter if I tried unless I stayed in this basement longer. So how did you feel so far? But is that kind of a thing that you get bothered by, or do you not give a shit and just watch it for what it is?
Dude, the world is soft, man. The world's just a bunch of fucking overly sensitive libs. I'm sorry, man. I'm just gonna go out and say it. Okay. And it's just fucking it's entertainment, man. It's dark entertainment
based on a real story. I mean,
yeah. If anything, I can see why the family members of these individuals that were impacted by this, they legitimately have a reason to not like this and to relive this, or even just to have this back in their life, like
making money off of a horrible situation that they went through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, hopefully, I highly doubt, but hopefully the families are being taken care of, in some way, or being compensated in some way. Probably not, because it's, fucking Hollywood, but that's the only, I think those are the only voices that really get to complain about this shit. It's like, if black people were complaining about slavery films, you know what I'm saying? Or whatnot, or, it's like,
I mean, I have seen that, just not nearly as much as the Dahmer thing.
Too. Yeah. I've seen it too. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But I mean, people get upset over everything, like this Mario shit, right? Like people be upset about that too, right? So, I get it, but like, I don't need to have people telling me what I need to be upset about watching and whatnot. I know what I'm getting myself into when I'm watching the Jeffrey Dahmer fucking show. So
it's not like it's a surprise ending or some shit. Like
I know the story, right? Or I know general, like what he did and the type of people he was after. I get it. I know what I'm walking myself into. To be upset about it. Okay, listen, you can go ahead and be upset, but like, don't try and cancel the show, or like fucking, you don't get to cancel your way out of everything you don't like in this world. Just move on.
Just don't partake in it.
Don't partake in it. Fucking whiny fucks.
It's like,
it's crazy. I don't like this, man. It's just Netflix, take it down. It's like, dude, you can't take down everything. What do you want this world to be? Like, for fuck's sakes, you can't have any differing opinions. You can't think outside the box. You can't just let other people enjoy other things or be made aware of certain things that happen. You can't. It's not how the world works. I know that's how, certain people would like the world to work, but
you don't see a lot of complaints, some in video games, but not much when it comes to film, about doing war movies. That seems to always track okay.
Yeah.
Like, very few people come out like, we got to stop profiting off of
World War II. We got, or Jewish people, or however else you want to,
frame, because everyone was affected, so you could frame
everybody. Yeah,
any way you want at that point.
Exactly. And it's not just black people or, minorities of anything. I mean, it's everywhere, bro. You like, I mean, Jesus.
I think the only thing that people should be concerned about is if it's based in reality, like this is, for example, and it's being done or it's being presented as factual, so it's not being presented
tastefully done. As
so
in a way,
if it's being presented that way, as long as it remains factual, that's the important part. If they present it that way, but they're being revisionist about it, that's a problem.
Then you have a
problem.
Leg to stand on, right?
Yeah.
But like the call for bootlegging or getting Netflix to remove shit and fuck, it's like, dude, get over yourself.
I don't think the Jeffrey Dahmer story is suddenly making out Jeffrey Dahmer to have been some sort of fucking like
Saint
murder
or something. Yeah, no, the guy's a fuck. The first episode, you're like, this dude is fucked.
They got that right out of the gate, like off the fight. It's just this dude is a mess.
Like a hero. There isn't like, oh well. He's got his own story, and like he's, if you get it from his perspective, maybe you understand why. No, he's a crazy psychopathic fucking nutbag, and they make him out to look like that. So,
which, as it turns out, given what he did, isn't really hard to do. Not very difficult. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, which is surprising because I think this is indicative of how busy we've been around here. M is a huge a huge crime,
Oh,
real
she gonna love
crime.
this.
She's big in it because she's a psych nurse, so she actually kind of like she gets right into it, right, when she's watching it, because she actually she interacts with people that are like this with relative frequency, especially around here where we don't put anyone in jail that has a mental illness like 98% of the time. They could have just gone on a fucking like, I mean, she literally had like only a month and a half, 2 months, well, probably 2 months ago now. She just had a manslaughter patient walk through the fucking front door. The cops brought him there, and everyone was like, "Why is he not in prison being monitored by the psych ward and nurses there? Why is he in a public fucking psych ward?" And they were like, "Oh, we're just bringing him on. Have fun. See you, bye." Just leave. So. Yeah, she gets, she's already interested in that kind of stuff anyway. So yeah, she's big on like watching the whole fucking thing. So I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet. I'm sure we will. We'll eventually watch it, and who knows, maybe she'll walk through the door one day and be like, "I've already seen it." Like she's been like fucking stealth watching that shit on her phone somewhere while I've been working or some shit. But either way.